Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We are back with some very interesting videos and imagery to show you guys some new UFO footage that's been hitting the net over the past few days. And of course, I want to get your guys' take on it. A lot of things happening right now. UFO sightings are ramping up. Now, we're going to start today's video with a new piece of footage that was sent to me, and you are seeing it here. From a source who at this moment doesn't wish his name to be stated in the video, so we will grant his wish to stay anonymous. However, he captured this video this past Saturday. He said that he was down on his family's boat late in the evening over Sweden, and apparently they had just had a massive thunder and hailstorm earlier that day, and this is actually over Lake Erken in Norrtälje, Sweden. So he was down emptying out his boat that was basically half filled with water from this raging thunderstorm that had happened earlier, and he began seeing these strange light sources in the sky. The very first one you're seeing here, which looked to appear straight out of this cloud that is sitting in the sky. At least it looks like a cloud, but you can see this object appear straight out of the end or the edge of this cloud here. This was originally a 11-minute long video showing these things appearing and disappearing and moving across the sky. But I'm going to show you some of the best clips from the video, and we'll come back and talk about it in just a minute, and I've got a lot more to show you, so stick around, check this out, and we'll talk in just a minute.
It's just still. Let's move it again. And it's hard to tell by the camera, but it's flickering. The light is like flickering. Yeah, now it's got brighter. I'm not sure what that is. I'll zoom out so you get a little perspective of the distance. So for me it's just a little dot. It's over there. But it's just moving oddly. Now this is up instead. Nothing over there. This is where the other was. And it's coming up now, it's rising. And it was red before it rose. And it was just by the tree line. And now this is getting bright again. Hovering. It's super weird. This is like hovering there, still. And now it's going down there, and it's going up here. This is behaving all the. By the way, the time is well, yeah, it's a little, it's 10:25.
Alright, so as you just saw, very strange things happening over Sweden. We have these orbs that appear to sit in the sky for at least 10 minutes. These things were sitting stationary. At times they would move, and at times they would simply turn off, almost like a light switch. And you can see at one point at the very beginning of the video where a second light comes into view from the very right of the screen just above the treetops. And the source of the video stated to me in his original email, he said that these things did not resemble planes or anything else man-made that he had seen, nor did they act like that. And as you're seeing in the footage, these things don't act like drones. I mean, these things almost look like they're just sitting in the sky. Possibly for reasons unknown to us, it doesn't look like anything conventional. He said it was very eerie. And he also told me that when looking at the exact area where he filmed this on Google Earth, which you're seeing a clip of here, he noticed what appeared to be a strange triangular formation of something, where you see these 3 white objects forming a triangle right over the area that he was filming. And I'll go ahead and zoom in here to show you this sort of odd triangular formation. And as you're seeing here we have one object, across from it another, and up here we have another, and it forms a perfect, I mean dead-on perfect triangle. So he said he was checking out this Google image map over the area, and he just thought that was strange. Could be something, could be nothing. We'll let you guys check that out. And this area right here that I'm circling is the exact spot that these UFOs were hovering over. And as you can see, there is no airport here. There seems to be nothing. Now this area here is called Södergarn. There doesn't even look like any signs of any kind of activity, neighborhoods, nothing. This just looks like an island on this lake here. So it's very strange that these lights would be sitting over these treetops in what looks like a virtually empty island. Now, some other very interesting things that have happened and been caught this week. Here is a piece of video footage that was originally captured by the YouTube channel StreetCap1. Now, we mentioned StreetCap in a previous video. He does some very good work finding lunar anomalies on the moon, as well as other UFO sightings. And as we have featured on this channel numerous times, there is a new UFO video caught on the public International Space Station live stream. And you're seeing that right here, of an obvious object of some sort that seems to be spinning or rotating. We will just say it's moving. And this is confirmed not to be the moon. This object is much smaller than the moon. It's moving much faster than the moon moves, as seen from the ISS. And as you'll see, as we have featured throughout the years on this channel, NASA cuts the feed as this thing gets closer and closer to Earth. So go ahead and check this out. Alright, so NASA cut the feed. UFO is rotating and or spinning, moving at what looks like a pretty fair rate of speed toward Earth. Just as it reaches Earth, the camera cuts out, goes to the blank screen, indicating that the signal has been lost and or that the cameras are changing. And from time to time when you're watching the ISS, you will see the cameras switch or you will see the signal lost. However, there have been other times where these UFOs have appeared. You will get this immediate signal loss or cut of the feed right at the perfect moment, just as these UFOs are appearing. And they've done it so many times that it's quite obvious that they are monitoring these ISS cameras, and they do cut the feed, and they are able to cut the feed under the guise of a signal loss. And no one is usually the wiser. However, it doesn't take long to see that they are intentionally cutting the feed in some of these pieces of video. So let me know what you guys think about that very strange footage, object moving towards Earth. We've talked about this. There is a lot of activity happening above Earth, just as much as the activity happening down here on the ground. And I think the activity in space is only going to continue and increase. And as I've said before, I feel as if we are on the precipice of something. So the last sighting that I want to show you guys today, which has already been picked up by a lot of news outlets, is a set of images that a man who was photographing the World Trade Center Ground Zero buildings captured, and you're seeing that here, of this black, what almost looks like an aircraft of some sort, passing overhead. However, it does not look like any of our existing or currently used aircraft, such as our fighter jets and so on. So this unnamed man, he actually filed a report through MUFON and stated that he was visiting the World Trade Center Ground Zero with his wife, and was basically just taking one after the other, capturing a bunch of images consecutively. And when they were viewing the photos later on, they found this very strange UFO darting through the sky. They said they did not detect it with their naked eyes. He said that, or at least that he just didn't see it when he was snapping the images. So obviously, whatever it was moving quickly. Some have said that it is simply a bird. Others have said that the shape of this object, including the back, which almost looked like the tail you would see on certain older fighter jets, just looks too sharp and rigid to be a bird, and that this thing looks like a constructed object. So I will leave it up to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Just maybe one of you guys were down there at Ground Zero that day and happened to see this thing too within the last couple of days. So let me know what you guys think. Very interesting times indeed. If you have your own footage, of course, email it in to me, contact me. All of my info is down in the video description, and we'll get it out there. We are living in some very interesting and mysterious times, that's for sure. I want to hear your 2 cents, so post a comment down below and stick around because I've got a lot more coming. Stay safe, guys.